The Greater Accra Regional Secretariat of the Ghana National Association of Teachers has condemned the attitude of the assaulted teachers of the St. John's Primary for denying demand of transfer. GNAT's Accra Regional Secretary affirmed that the items presented to the teachers may be an influential factor.
The Regional Secretariat of the Ghana National Association of Teachers said it is surprised that the assaulted teachers of the St. John's Primary School are denying they requested to be transferred. Regional Secretary of the Association, Leroy Levi McNara, told TV3 that 7 of the victims after the assault offered themselves to be transferred to other schools on the grounds that their safety cannot be guaranteed. The affected teachers have, however, denied requesting to be transferred, but GNAT maintained it will still champion a cause in favor of the teachers.
So the 7 teachers that we had a meeting with, all of them indicated that they wished to be transferred, and so we made them to write on a sheet of paper with pen and signed against it, suggesting places that they wished to be transferred to, which would make them comfortable and have peace of mind to continue to discharge their professional duties. It is not true if anyone is saying that it is the union that is imposing it on the teachers.
The association's Greater Levi McNara is of the view that the teachers have been influenced to rescind their decision.
Perhaps someone is influencing one person to make that kind of comment. Otherwise, I don't think that the items have influenced any of the teachers in any way. If you get back to that school, you look at those teachers in their faces, you will see trauma written on the faces of some of them.
So I do have him here in the studio, and I'm talking about Leroy Levi McNara, the Regional Secretary of Greater Accra GNAT, and we're looking at the assaulted teachers. This happened close to a month now. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. It happened 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Thanks for speaking to us.
Thank you.
Now, as a body and a representative of teachers, what do you make of this situation?
The assault on teachers, we have indicated time without number. It's unfortunate, and it is not proper that people should settle scores with teachers by way of violence. There are laid-down procedures for sorting out differences. If in the course of the duty of any teacher, he or she does something that doesn't go down well with any member of the community, it is proper that they go through the laid-down procedures to have those differences sorted out. So far, the appeal that we made to the relevant authorities to compensate the teachers, effect transfers where necessary, provide security, provide counseling, and all of that. Some of those concerns or demands have already been met, and we have information that they are making efforts to meet the rest of the demands. For instance, we insisted that we wanted the police to make sure that the perpetrators were arrested and brought to book. They have indicated to us that they have arrested the leader of the group, who is reported to be the boyfriend of the girl in question, and who was the one who organized the rest to effect the attack. He is also reported to be a former pupil of that particular school. So he has been arrested, and the interaction that the police are having with him, they are confident that they will track down the rest of the people. The mayor of Accra and then the MP of Ayawaso Central have made various donations to the teachers who were affected. For instance, the MP of Ayawaso, Honorable Henry Kwate, has donated a laptop each to the 5 teachers who were assaulted. He has gone ahead to also donate a brand new phone and then a half piece of cloth each to all the teachers.
Now, if I can rudely interrupt you here, we're talking about memories still being fresh. Yeah. I did mention earlier on that it happened less than a month ago, 2 weeks specifically.
Yeah.
Now, you're looking at some measures, which includes transfer. Do you think that other teachers, knowing what has happened, would want to go there in the first place, back or even go there fresh hand to start teaching these pupils? How can this issue be resolved?
Yes, we have talked about issues of the sort. We were even talking about the particular teachers at St. John's. the fact that the perpetrators who have not all been arrested, and then of course their sympathizers who are still within the community, the possibility of they tracking them to their homes and attacking them. So we express those concerns, but the mayor of Accra insists that adequate security has been provided at the school, and it is true there are police guarding the place since Monday. But he insists that there will not be any incidents of any of those teachers being attacked. We have decided to take him for his word. Of course, if something happens, then he's the one we're going to hold responsible. Now, going forward, how teachers, other teachers will be willing to get to the place, that is where they will need to counsel, even the affected teachers, they will need to counsel them to put them back in their right frame of mind for them to be able to discharge their professional duties properly. Currently, there are some of the teachers who have indicated clearly to us that they wish to be transferred. And I have a sheet of paper here with the names and signatures of those teachers.
Which includes those who weren't even assaulted?
Yes, it includes some of those. I mean, there were about 5 of them who were actually assaulted. But there are some who were not assaulted, but who said they do not feel comfortable to remain in that school. There are some of them we have not been able to meet on this particular matter. I mean, with regard to they being there or they wanting to go. But those we have met, if in the course of time any of them has a change of mind and think that they have to remain there, we don't have a problem. Our concern is to make sure that they are in their right frame of mind, they feel comfortable, they feel safe to discharge their duties. You get it?
Now I stand to be corrected. When this issue happened, I spoke with the PR of the Ghana Education Service, and he clearly stated that the GS was concerned that GNAT went straight ahead to ask the school to be closed down because of the issue that had happened. What has been the communication between these two institutions after that incident?
Yeah, the GNAT is a labor union of teachers. We exist to promote and defend the union rights of our teachers, and that includes they having to work in a safe and sound environment. Okay, now considering what happened at St. John's, if the PRO of Ghana Education Service wants to tell me that in the circumstances the environment of St. John's was safe and sound for teaching and learning, I beg to differ. Okay? In the circumstances,
but have you interacted with them moving forward? Have you spoken to them and resolved the issue?
We have made several attempts to sit with the Metro Director of Education and then the Regional Director. Last week, Friday, we went to the Metro Director's office. We never met him. In fact, I have been there 3 times. Okay? So on Friday, we left a letter, and we indicated in that letter, in fact, that letter was copied to the media houses. We indicated in that letter that we will still continue to make efforts within the constraints to meet them. We were there again on Monday, and we spoke with the PRO of the Metro Directorate and then the Deputy Director. The Metro Director himself was not there. But signals that I've had from the Metro Directorate indicates that they are making efforts to grant some of the demands that we have made. I spoke with the Regional Director on phone yesterday. In fact, he actually called me because we went to his office and missed him and also left a copy of the letter for him. He called me yesterday in the afternoon and we spoke nicely. So they are cooperating with us, and they are happy that things, they're happy about the effort that we have made so far towards resolving this matter.
Thank you very much, Levi McNara. He's a Regional Secretary, Greater Accra.